Hey guys, just give it a minute and see if anyone comes on. Hey Kelly. Hey Sherry. How are you girls? Let me just move that down. I'll just give it a minute. See if anyone else comes on. Hi Simone. It's 10 p.m. there. It's 11:30 a.m. here. It's a beautiful morning. It's gorgeous, sun's out. It's autumn over here, which I'm not looking forward to winter. But it certainly doesn't get as cold here as it does over in some of your places, so I'm lucky that way. I'm glad that you've finally got some rain, Sherry. Everything's okay now. That would have been a bit scary. Hey, Sarah. I'll just give it one more minute and finish my cuppa. You gotta go? No, you're alright, sweet. It's all good. So we're going to talk about magic of the seasons, or the energy, connecting with it and using that energy of the seasons. It's still not contained. Wow. Well, it's good that they get to come back. There wasn't too many homes or anything lost. I haven't had it much, like any news of it over here, so. Alright, well we might make a start anyway. So, and I have to apologise because this will just be me droning and you listening, so I'm really sorry. But I've got a few different ideas that you can, that you might be able to use. It's just nothing that's that I have to show. So, but I have got all the notes, so I will, as soon as I get off, put them into Google Classroom for you, so you can access them. So you don't have to worry about taking notes or anything now. Jeez. 5 communities evacuated, man. That's pretty bad. We were really lucky over here in our summer. Not that we had much of a summer, because we certainly didn't get the intense couple of weeks of 38 to 41 degrees over here. We didn't get that again this year. So, and we didn't really have any bushfires, thankfully. Oh, thanks, Sherry. All right. So, connecting with and using the magic of the seasons, or the energy of the seasons. Magic energy, whatever you want to, both, whatever you want to say. So everyone has a favourite season. And it's time where we are a little more connected to the natural world in that season that we love the most, where our energy and magic sparkles that little bit more. I know a lot of you girls like fall or autumn, as we call it over here. But my favourite season is summer. I love it. I love the heat. And the seasons play a big part in the practice of witchcraft, whether we want to admit that or not, they really do, as well as our daily lives. So let's take a closer look at each season. All right. So let's start with autumn or fall, as you girls call it. And I'm not going to... this live isn't about Sabbats and or anything like that, the wheel of the year. It's about nothing like that. It's just purely about the seasons. But I will give you a quick rundown of what seasons fall in what... of what Sabbats and things fall in what season. So autumn stretches between the Sabbats of Mabon and Yule, which in your hemisphere, the northern hemisphere, falls between September and December. And in the southern hemisphere, where I am, it falls between March and June. And that's what we're in here at the moment, which is our fall. You too, sweet. I'll see you when you get home.
Yes, I've let them out for a bit. Let her in a second.
Who? Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Have a good day. Sorry, guys. Hey, Jenny. So, it has many symbolic meanings, autumn, within the practice of witchcraft, and it's associated with certain kinds of magic, as most of you know. Main one being divination. It's a great time because of the thinning of the veil. So I'm sort of skipping ahead here, sorry. Autumn is charged with powerful energy. And like I just said, the veil between this world and the next is at its thinnest at this time of the year, making it an ideal time for divination practices. Autumn is a time of transition and change, a time where the natural world prepares for the harder months of winter to come. And it makes it a great time for personal and home protection rituals, because we're getting ready to sort of stay in our little bubble when winter comes. I mean, let's face it, not too many of us like going out of a night and partying in the winter. I don't. I'm too old for it anyway, but you know what I mean. So it's a time for reflection and remembrance, and it's a special time to honour and work with our ancestors. But it shouldn't be the only time of the year that we do that. Although it's one of the best times. So you can create things like your ancestor altar, and if you already have one, you can clean it up, reorganise it, add things to it. Cleansing rituals also align really well with autumn's energy. Autumn's about endings, so it's a perfect time to let go of the old and to make way for the new that's coming into your life. It can be seen as a time to unburden yourself of old objects or habits, or anything that no longer serves you, to make room, like I said, for the new. In clearing out old items and reorganising your stuff is a good cleansing experience, and it's a time when you should feel no longer weighed down. Much like spring too, because spring's another cleansing time as well. So some things. Is there any questions or anything so far? Anyone want to add anything? Feel free, please. So some things that you can do to connect and use the energies of autumn. one is your banishing and your cord cutting rituals. They're best suited with the autumn's energies. So it's a good time to, if you want to do any cord cutting or banishing out of your life, that's a good time to do it. Things like apple magic is a good way to connect with energies of autumn. The apples represent guidance and wisdom, and they can be used in things like prosperity and abundance spells. So you can do things like carve sigils into your apples, and just for like, I mean, if you've got any particular sigils that if you use them for abundance and prosperity and things like that, or wisdom, that you can, or anything, you can carve them into your apple skin, and then you can bury it into the ground. Sorry, I'm getting knotted. So any kind of apple magic, but that's just one little idea that you can do with apples. Acorn magic is another good way to connect with those energies of autumn. And the acorns bring protection and good luck when they're carried as an amulet. And if you carry one in your pocket, it's said to help banish loneliness and illness. And they can also help to attract prosperity and wisdom if placed near a window in your home, which I didn't know that. So, bit of useless information for you girls. You can do things like creating an autumn altar, or incorporating autumn items into your altar that you've already got. That's another good way of connecting to those autumn energies. Are there any questions or anything so far? You girls are very quiet back there. Is there anything that you girls like to do to connect with the energies of autumn? Pine cones and juniper berries. They're abundant in the fall. Yeah, and I think I've actually got them. I've got just a list of herbs associated with autumn and a list of crystals that are associated with autumn before I finish. And I'm pretty sure juniper and pine cones are both on there. Juniper definitely is. Yeah, pine. I love juniper berries, Sherry. I use a lot of them. And I have a juniper berry bush, like a juniper tree. And they told me when I bought it that the fruit doesn't bear for 20 years. It takes 20 years for the berries to actually be able to grow on it. And at the end of our summer, which has just finished, oh, Jenny. You gotta love those kids, haven't you? I got 3 little berries on my bush this year, so I was most impressed, because I wasn't expecting them for another 18 years or so. To help these cedar simmer pots, fantastic. So simmer pots are another good way to cleanse your house and things like that, and put your intentions out into the universe too for autumn. So just a couple of some herbs that are associated with autumn are things like apple, aster, cedar, chamomile, cinnamon, clove, corn husk, or silk, or corn silk. Sorry, cypress, goldenrod, frankincense, ivy, jasmine, juniper, milkweed, myrrh, white oak, sage, willow, witch hazel, yarrow, lemon balm, garlic, marjoram, and fennel. And And so I did have cedar, yeah. So that's for all of them, but that's just a few. Some of the crystals that are associated with autumn are carnelian, citrine, hematite, labradorite, smoky quartz, obsidian, tourmaline, garnet, moonstone, agate, petrified wood, hessonite, sapphire, adventurine, apatite, opal, lapis, sunstone, tiger's eye, amethyst, bronzonite is another good one, orange calcite, red jasper, and butterscotch jasper. And I've been looking up at the butterscotch jasper. It's quite interesting. I haven't got any, but I was sure as hell we'll be looking around for some. So, all right. So that's autumn. Are there any questions or anything so far? Before we move on to my least favourite season of the year. All right, just if you've got anything to, any questions or if you've got anything to add, just please type it in. So winter. Winter stretches from Yule, or the winter solstice, to Ostara, the first day of spring. And it lasts in the northern hemisphere from December to April, and June to September in the southern hemisphere. It's very tongue-tied today, sorry. It's a time where the days get shorter and the darkness starts to overtake the light. Oh, Sherry, I've got all of those crystals too, except for the, what was the one I said? The jasper. The butterscotch jasper. So, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, it's a time when the days are short or getting shorter and the darkness overtakes that light winter. These winter energies are reminding us to stop and rest, to slow down, to rest and be reflective. It's that's an ideal way to give yourself that space and time to be, because we don't get a lot of that. It does sound delicious, Kelly. The butterscotch jasper, and I've never seen it either. I've never heard of it before. I was doing some research for this, but I'm definitely going to keep my eye out for it. So it sounds fascinating. So it's all about just slowing down, being in the moment. Winter. It's about honouring yourself and your feelings. And some ways to be able to do that are things like journaling. That's a good way to be reflective. Candle magic's a good one in winter too. Just using that time to be still and reflect, or even just lighting a candle and watching it. Let me see. So if you're lucky enough to get snow in the winter, which I don't over where I am, you can try doing some snow magic and some snow rituals using the snow. A couple of things to keep in mind when using the snow is that the way the snow falls has different, so it can be used in different types of magic. So if it's a soft snowfall, that kind of snow can be used in magic relating to peace, calm and healing, whereas heavier snowfalls and blizzards and things like that, if you're collecting that, they can be used to add power and energy to any magic that you do. And I was reading somewhere about getting rid of negative energy. I didn't write it down, I should have. Oh, cool, Jenny. I'd be interested in hearing sometime maybe what ways you've used it in any of your rituals this gnome. That'd be great. So getting rid of negative energy within yourself. Apparently, if you make a snowball and your intentions are releasing that negative energy within yourself into the snowball as you're making it, and then when you feel you've gotten rid of all that negative energy, you can throw the snowball as far away from you as you possibly can, and that's meant to pull that negative energy and take it with it. So that was just one thing I read. Whether it's useful for you or not. But if you don't have, if you're not lucky enough to get snow, then you can use ice, and you can use ice magic in your, or ice rituals. That's another good way to utilise those winter energies. So melting ice is associated with letting go or shedding those things that no longer serve us. And I found this one interesting, that shattered ice, so if you shatter your ice cubes or whatever your ice, that can be used in banishing cord cuttings rituals as well. Whereas freezing water can be used in binding magic. Oh, snowman guardians, that's awesome. Wow, that's great. I've never heard of that. I like that, Cherry. Snow. I agree with you. It's different. Cold snow. Oh dear. You could create just again, like the autumn altar. You can create a winter altar with all things wintry. I don't know if you want to put a snowball on there, but that might make a mess. Yes. I actually had that in here and I seem to have missed it. You're right. So, Kelly. Oh, no. Hold on. I use ice. My mundane work, so it would be very fitting for. No, that's excellent. Yes, Kelly, it would. Wow. A dark winter, yes. And shadow work is winter is the perfect time to do any of that shadow work. Diving deep in ourselves. It's also a really good time to work on that inner healing as well. By confronting our darkness, we're connecting to the winter energies as well as understanding ourselves better. So it's a good time for all of those sorts of things. Okay. So done ice. Some of the herbs that are associated with winter. And I found this interesting because they had mint in a couple of the resources that I was using too as a winter herb. So I chucked it in there. Rosemary, thyme, mint, oregano, parsley, sage, bay, cilantro, ginger, holly, pine and pine cones, evergreens, lavender, licorice, mistletoe, lemon, oak, and winter savoury. Cinnamon, garlic and honey are also other really good ones to use in winter too. And Sarah Lee did a really good live on I think it was a cough mixture. And that was using garlic and honey and a few other things as well too. So if you haven't seen that, when your winter is approaching, because I know it'll be a little while, have a look at that, because it was really interesting. Some of the crystals that are associated with winter are clear quartz, garnet, citrine, obsidian, selenite, labradorite, lapis lazuli, carnelian, amethyst, moonstone, rose quartz, honey calcite, agate, ruby, angelite, bloodstone, azurite, apatite, and emerald, just to name a few. All right, you girls got any questions or anything so far? Yes, that's the one. Nan's cough syrup live. Yeah. I'm going to be making that very, very soon. All right. All right, let's take a look at spring. Spring, or the spring begins at Ostara, the end of March in the northern hemisphere, and the end of September in southern hemisphere, my hemisphere. The days are beginning to get longer, and the earth is waking up. Spring is a time to celebrate the return of the sun and the energy and the vitality of the natural world. It's a nice time. Spring's a really good time for magic relating to new beginnings, transformation, and setting intentions. It's also a good time to start those new projects and goals. It's a good time to do prosperity work for that will help you for the rest of the year. And prosperity isn't just about wealth. It can be also for things like personal growth, success, and good health as well. So some of the things that you can do to connect to the energies of spring. What are you doing? Is it finished? Yes, I'm talking to you.
Sorry, do you want me to stop?
No, it's all good. Oh, sorry, that's my hubby. He's playing with his new toy. So some of the things that we can do to help us connect to the spring energies are things like seed magic. Perfect time of the year for seed magic. And when you're planting your seeds and things like that, or your bulbs or whatever you're planting, plant them with intentions when you're putting them into the ground, and be clear with those intentions of what you want to happen with that seed. Plant them during a waxing moon to encourage the growth of the seeds. Well, that was just a bit of useless information. Is he just got a 3D printer, so he's frantically printing all sorts of shit off. Actually, I'm not going to complain because he just made me 2 fairy doors to put on my trees outside, so God love him. Spring's associated with cleaning again, a bit like autumn, cleaning and cleansing. So it's a perfect time to clean your home, as well as to cleanse it and get rid of any stagnant or unwanted energy. Sorry, I just noticed a spelling mistake. And it's also a really good time to cleanse yourself, whether that be smoke cleansing, sound cleansing, however you do it. Ritual baths and showers are a really good thing to do during the spring. Add your herbs and things to it, and your crystals. What else have we got here? Dandelions they have so many magical and healing uses in witchcraft, and are a great representation of spring. You'll see them everywhere. You can use some in your rituals to help you to connect with the spring energies. They also make really good tea. So you could use it to make a cup of tea for a healing ritual. And they're also, dandelions are really good to boost your insight in any divination work that have a recipe that you might be taking on. Have a recipe for dandelion jelly I want to try and make. Yum. When you do, let me know what it's like. Dandelion jelly. Yum. That would be nice. What else have I got? I didn't go into the gods and goddesses that are associated with the different seasons, but I can add them into the notes just as a bit of a extra if you want. So just let me know if you want me to do that, because it was getting a bit ridiculous. So, and I didn't want you to be sitting here for so long just listening to me drone on. Dandelion salves are amazing, but curious on jellies. Now, yeah, I'm curious on the jelly too. I'd be interested in hearing a couple of your salve recipes, Sherry, if you're keen to share some anytime. All right, so some of the herbs that are associated with spring are things like dandelions, basil, mint, nettle, rosemary, cilantro, thyme, chives, violet, dill, honeysuckle, mullein, burdock, cedar, cleavers, echinacea, oregano, and lemongrass. That's just a few. And nettle's a really good one to use in a lot of healing rituals too. I love nettle. Makes a really nice hair wash too. Thank you, Sherry. I'd appreciate that. Some of the crystals that are associated with spring are things like different agates, aventurine, quartz, aquamarine, citrine, amazonite, jaspers, fluorite, jade, kyanite, lepidolite, sunstone, chrysocolla, malachite, amber, bloodstone, celestite, eclipse jasper, and green calcite. Thank you, Sherry. Is there any questions or anything so far? We've got one to go. All right. Well, let's have a quick look at summer then. And like I said, summer's my favourite month. I love it. It's not my favourite month. It's my favourite season, sorry. Summer falls between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox, from June to September in the northern hemisphere, and December to March in the southern hemisphere. And the sun is at the height of its power. Nature is flourishing, and summer is a time for magic associated with power and energy. So doing things like using the sun to connect with those summer energies is a really good thing to do. The sun is a very powerful magical tool, very much like the moon. and it can be used in so many different ways. It brings a protective, cleansing, healing, recharging, and creative energy with it, the sun. And it's nothing like just sitting out in the sunshine and taking in that energy. And just like the moon, the sun has its own phases. I'm not sure what year it would have been. I'm pretty sure it was last year, but Sarah Lee did a fantastic live on the phases of the sun. So I truly suggest that you go back and look at that, because it's got some fantastic information on it. On the phases of the sun, much like the moon phases. This one was on the sun phases. But I could just give you a really quick rundown of what those phases are. But she goes into very much more detail, and it's fascinating. It's really worth taking a look at Sarah Lee's live. Me too, Sherry. I love the sun. I just love it. It's fascinating, Jenny. And I bought a book a couple of weeks ago on sun magic, and I haven't got it here to show you because I actually lent it to my mum, who's sorry, that's my hubby, who's got it at the moment. So, and I don't even know the name of it. So when I get that back, I might add it to these notes so that it's in there. Well, we do use its energy too, Jenny, so you weren't wrong. So what was I going on about? The phases, sorry, I got sidetracked. Just a quick rundown on them. Sorry, hold on. It sure was, Sherry. It was actually one of my favourite lives, that one. I got so much out of it, it was fascinating. Alright, so, quick rundown. The morning sun corresponds to themes of growth and expansion. So if you want to work on any growth and expansion, that's the best time to do it, in the morning. The midday sun is at the peak of its strength, so spells or rituals relating to power can really connect you to that energy. Around sunset, the sun is decreasing in its strength. So perform magic that is associated with reduction, endings, and truth at this time of the day, to help connect with that phase of the sun. But like I said, definitely go back and check out Sarah Lee's live on the sun. It's amazing. And it has so much untapped potential that I don't think we utilise a lot as witches. We tend to focus on the moon and its strengths and energies, but the sun is highly underrated. So, and I've just got a quick little sun spell to help release negative energies and thoughts, and it's 4 lines, and just need to sit in and it's in my notes. I'll put these notes in Google Classroom as soon as we're finished this, so you can access it. So you just need to sit in the sun in a quiet place and just repeat this 3 times, or as many times as you feel you need to. And all it is sun, release and banish my negative thoughts and energy. Break their hold on me. I am free of my negativity. Thank you, sun. And that's it. And I love doing that one, just sitting in the sun. In fact, I'm going out to do it again later, so today. So just simple. And like I said, just repeat it as many times as you feel you need to help release those negative thoughts and negative energy that's around you. All right. Some other good ways of connecting to the summer energies are things like fire magic, and working on the solar qualities of fire magic works on the solar qualities of passion, courage, and strength. I don't know about you girls, but in Australia we have really strict fire restrictions in summer, and cannot light fires at all. So that's when I tend to do a lot of candle magic and using the flame of the candle for the fire, as the fire. So if you can't get out and light a bonfire in the middle of summer, you can certainly sit around and light a dozen candles, or as many as you think you need. Is there any questions or anything so far? Alright, I'll just go into some of the herbs that are associated with the summer. So things like basil, mint, rosemary, thyme, oregano, chives, coriander, parsley, lavender, lemon balm, sage, calendula, chamomile, dill, lemongrass, tarragon, chili, rose, yarrow, sunflower, cedar, meadowsweet, rue, juniper, marigolds. I've got sunflowers twice. Carnations and lilies are a good one too to work with. That's a good idea, Sherry. Hey Giselle, that's all good. Yeah, I was just going through the last season, but you can catch the replay. That's no problem. And like I said, I'll have the notes in Google Classroom as soon as I'm finished, so you can read them, print them off, do whatever. Put them in your book. I don't care. Some of the crystals that are associated with summer are sunstone, citrine, carnelian, orange calcite, quartz, aquamarine, amber, agate, garnet. Ocean jasper is another good one. Red jasper, mookaite is another good one. Larimar, opal, topaz, fluorite, diamond is a good one. Moonstone, amazonite, peridot, and tiger's eye and ruby are some of the crystals that are associated with summer and those summer energies. And that is basically about it, all I have. I hope it was kind of useful in some way. Like I said, I'll that's a good one. Body movement. Yep. Getting too old to feel those burns, I tell you. I don't like doing a lot. You right over there? Sorry. But no, that's a really, really good way of connecting to those energies. Doing things like the yoga and using those big body movements, that's great. Yeah, I hear you, Kelly. I don't like to physically exert myself anymore. I'm too fucking old. It takes too long to recover. All right, girls. Well, I hope you have a lovely evening. Oh, we do, Sherry, we do. Like I said, I'll put the notes up in Google Classroom. And if anyone's interested in that Sun book, I'll get it back off Mum soon, and I'll add that into Google Classroom so you can get a look at it. I'll have a look at it. All right, girls. Well, like I said, have a lovely night. You're very welcome, Jenny. And I'm going to go and enjoy the sunshine for a little while. All right, blessed be, girls. Till next time. Bye. Oh, you take care, Sherry. All right, bye, girls.